Herbert on first down now. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On play action, Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game?
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Lock now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, Dobson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Throwing now is Locke. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Herbert now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Herbert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing here.
And turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 30 on second down, Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. Herbert operating from the red zone. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup. Again, Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw in his lock. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Barber. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what pull that one back.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Locke working out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with Eckler. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Come on, fellas.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. Past the 20. And all the way Broncos score.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On first down, it's Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations, too, where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Tyler. Second time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On play action, Lock. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw again on second down. Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now it's Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 7 yards, the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Back to throw. Locke. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
89 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Herbert off of play action. Caught left side, Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Jalen Guyton.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next score, Chargers 45, Broncos 20. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Off the bootleg. Locke. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense, and probably some tired minds as well, trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of